Good morning. It's me, Mikey Pipes. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the lovely moms out there. Today is Sunday, May 8th, 2022. It is 10:15 in the morning. I'm on my way to an emergency service call in Elmont, which is on the border of Nassau and Queens, between Valley Stream and, I guess you'd call that Floral Park, Franklin Square. Anyway, they have water pouring from their water heater. They thought they fixed it last night, but this morning they woke up to another flood in their basement. So they called my emergency service line, left a message, called them back. I gave them their options. Would you like a service call today, or do you want to wait until tomorrow? I gave them the pricing differences. They contemplated for a few seconds, and they said, Mikey Pipes, please come today. So we're on our way to Elmont. I'll try to take some footage and see what's going on with this water heater. And maybe we can learn something all together today, this Sunday morning, Mother's Day. Let's get going. Hi. Here for a water.
She okay?
A dog?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Oh, okay. She's friendly.
Hi, puppy.
She just sniff you and be all over
You're a
you.
big dog. You get hair all over you too, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes,
she
you
does.
are.
She sheds a lot.
Hi. What's your name?
Lola.
Hi, Lola. The license plate's after the dog?
Yes. Oh, my daughter. She's my daughter, not a dog.
I hear you. Our puppies are the same way.
Okay.
Let's see what's going on in the basement.
So,
Your dog identifies as a human like mine.
absolutely, she is a human in
Exactly.
my eyes. Okay, so yesterday around 8, like it comes out of there.
Oh, you're talking about your water heater. I mean your boiler, not your water heater.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Which is which? Do you know how to do either or?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
You notice it coming from here with the big giant bucket.
Yes.
Alright.
So, I don't know why, but it just started yesterday. My husband said he saw like a sensor or something. He flipped a switch. I don't know which one.
Want to raise the heat up?
Excuse me?
Want to raise the heat up?
Sure. Oh.
Yeah, and a couple thermostats.
You're fine? You're not scared of being there when I do that?
Nope.
Okay. It's 69. I put it to 75. Is that okay?
Yes. Interesting. How much water would you estimate you had last night?
Well, we threw out about 4 of these buckets.
So you were doing a lot of mopping.
8, yeah, and towels and everything. And then this morning around 7, maybe another 4.
Okay.
And then just like 1 hour.
So you decided to put this big giant pot here instead.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can duplicate it. You have a pressure problem with the boiler, and there's a few components that kind of work together.
Mm-hmm.
Like me to explain to you in simple terms,
Or
or don't bother.
can I get my husband?
Sure.
Sorry.
No problem.
Danny!
Nothing you did wrong. When's the last time the boiler was serviced?
We bought the house like last year.
Okay. So since you've been here, no.
No.
It's just turn on the thermostat, it works. Go in the shower, you have hot water.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, normal.
Hi, how are you, sir?
Good, how are you?
Good. So you wife, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You never know. Could be girlfriend, mistress, whatever. Your wife is telling me that you've been doing a lot of mopping.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think you're in the janitorial business.
No.
Your boiler has a pressure problem. And there are 3 components that work usually together. And if one of the 3 fails, sometimes it'll just be that one part that fails, or it could take out the other ones as well. So what's leaking is this pipe that goes nowhere, right? One they have the bucket under. That is called a pressure relief valve. And it will open if there's too much pressure in the system. When I mean system, not just the boiler, all the pipes that it's connected to. Are you with me so far?
Yeah.
Should I keep going, or am I explaining in good ways?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, very good. Now the pressure that's in this boiler is much less than like the pressure that's coming out of your faucets and your tub and things like that, right?
Yeah.
So, but it's connected to the same piping in your house, right? So there's a valve called a pressure reducing valve because it takes that high pressure that comes out of your faucets and it gives the boiler only what it needs, right? With me so far?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's the second component. The last component is this big orange thing right here, or red. That's exactly, see? I thought maybe you're a plumber.
No, my uncle was selling it.
This is called an expansion tank, and because the system is it's considered a closed system, right? When water boils, like in a pressure cooker, right, it has to come out.
Yeah.
So this is like that vessel where it comes out of, so it absorbs pressure. This probably is dead.
That's what that's my uncle was
Yes.
telling me the same thing, yeah.
Because when I first got here, the pressure gauge, right, was reading normal. So I asked your wife, right, to turn on the heat to see if we could duplicate the problem and see if the pressure increases and see if that opens up. And it is dripping slowly right now. But we don't know what the temperature of the boiler is yet because I didn't bother to look yet, but we'll see what happens. But you need a new expansion tank.
Okay.
You may need a new relief valve, we'll see. But
you have that with you? Or?
I have everything I need, everything you need.
Question,
Okay.
could this have blown?
Yes, they don't last forever.
No, like could it have blown away?
Blown away like a rocket? No.
Okay.
No.
Oh, you said pressure, right?
Yes. No, because that's what this is about.
Okay.
Right? And you had asked, am I nervous to be in here when you turn the boiler
No,
on?
because I would not go in there. That's why I got him to come and clean it. I was scared to go in that room.
And when I refer to my uncle, is YouTube.
YouTube. Oh, your uncle, Mr. YouTube. Oh, I know him too. He's a great guy. All right. So how's your Mother's Day so far?
We start on the wrong foot.
So I'm gonna drain the water heater down.
Yeah.
I mean, not the water heater, the boiler down. And we're gonna replace that expansion tank. All right. And I like to use a pump to pump the water out of the tank because that thing's full of water. So when you take it off, you get water everywhere.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
I gotta see if after.
Oh well. Hang there. Water's pouring out of there. Out of this expansion tank. No mess. I'll take out this tank. There's not going to be any water in there. Get my hand troll. Ready to go. Up. Add a little bit. Okay.
So when I was looking at my uncle, probably that was you. Social media.
Your uncle YouTube?
Oh, yeah.
It may have been. It may have been. There's a few uncles out there on YouTube that do this. Yeah. I think I'm the youngest one though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think. Could be wrong.
My sister-in-law, she's doing her kitchen,
Yeah.
and she calls me one day, and she said, "Oh, can you help me how to take off tiles?" And I'm like, "I don't know how to do it, but I can definitely give you the name of my uncle."
Your uncle. Uncle YouTube.
Yeah, she goes like, "Do your uncle do kitchen?"
He's got plenty of free advice.
Yeah.
It's not always good though,
No, it's not always good. Yeah.
but he's got plenty of free advice. Look at all the air out of there. Okay, good. Now, let's see what our pressure's like. All right, so we're around, I guess like 17 PSI. Let's turn power back on. Okay, got a little pressure drop there for a second. So now we're around 15 PSI. Zone valves are opening. It's a little bit pitched back right there. It's a little pitched back. And then that goes up on the venting. All right, we have ignition. All the burners are full of dust, like maybe some construction was done down here. I already wiped off the top of it, but pressure's maintaining. That's good. But you're definitely going to want to schedule a tune-up and cleaning of this.
Okay, perfect.
All right, and I can schedule that with you now.
Okay, excellent.
But I'm going to do a safety and combustion test on this and make sure that's okay.
Okay.
And yeah, at least we'll have a reference point.
Okay.
I drilled the hole about 6 inches off the top of the boiler, below the draft diverter. There's our numbers. So far, so good. Okay. I only have one concern here.
Cheers.
All right, you see the silver pipe?
Yeah.
That's called the exhaust pipe or the flue pipe.
Yeah.
It connects to your chimney. And it appears as though you have a chimney liner installed here. You see how it's like pitching down that way? You can stand right there, but you see how this is like a high point and that's a low point? It only needs to go gradually uphill. An issue here is that this point there is almost level with the top of the water heater.
So it should
The
be
o-
a little bit higher.
That should be a low point,
Okay.
and that should be right behind it. This should be the high point. This should be the next one down, and that one should be the lowest one.
Okay.
The problem is the water heater is too tall. And I know this has been like this forever. Well, not forever, for years, because you bought the house like it this way. But
Yeah,
just because it's always been that way doesn't make it right. And fortunately, the boiler is burning fine. I haven't tested the water heater, but I'm sure, well, we could test that as well and make sure that's not, doing anything lethal. But you need to have proper pitch here. And an easy way to correct it is because you can't change the height of that. That would involve chopping up the foundation wall and raising up everything. We cut back, and you don't want to do this, but you cut this a little bit shorter, this piece, so this drops down a little bit, right? And then on the water heater, you take off this diverter here, right? You take off that diverter, and we add a 4-inch horizontal diverter. And it's not allowed, but it's cheaper than replacing the water heater with a low boy.
Okay.
And to get a water heater in here, you have to take off the expansion tank, disconnect the gas piping to get this water heater out. Or take down a wall. I don't think you want to take down a wall.
No, I'm not.
But that's what you should do. All right, and again, I'm just making you aware of it because no one else did, but I noticed it right away. But again, I'm not gonna say it's not gonna kill you, and I'm not gonna say it's fine, but it should be corrected. And whoever the plumber was who put these two in, it should have known better. And I think it has to do with the guy who did the chimney liner. I'm gonna get the chimney company was here after the boiling water heater was installed, and he goes, "Oh, it works," but just because it works doesn't mean it's right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so I'm going to talk to my wife
Yes.
about it.
All right. So now the boiler is at 180 degrees. My pressure is below 20 psi, and I have no discharge on the relief valve. And you have a new expansion tank. And we did a combustion and safety test, and the boiler's running well.
Okay.
All before noon. All right. Finished that combustion test. Reviewed with the wife, the spouse. the issue with the flue piping. So not only did we solve their problem today as an emergency service call, Sunday, Mother's Day morning, we also developed and strengthened the relationship, the new relationship, and secured a service call for during the week to make repairs to the flue piping and to do a cleaning on the boiler. Now I did ask them, hey, listen, you know what? The tune-up on the boiler, we're in spring already, but it still gets a little chilly at night. She goes, no, let's get it done as soon as possible. I'd rather take care of it. And I was like, excellent, good, because an educated consumer is one of my best customers. So if you know something is not right and it has a potential of doing something bad, you want to take care of it as soon as possible. And kind of like Sims, an educated consumer is my best customer. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video for Sunday, Mother's Day, May 8th, 2022. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate the continued support from the community. Really, really appreciate it. We're almost at 38,000 subscribers to the channel. I feel blessed to have such a great community behind me. Thank you, guys. Go hug your mothers, your wives, baby mamas. Have a great day. Be well. God bless. Stay safe.